I don't know what the experts are saying, but I think it's the best time to buy in Florida right now. And we're going to get to it right away. My name is June Kranick, and on this channel we do videos every single week of what it's actually like to live, to work, to invest, to purchase, all things as it's related to Orlando and Central Florida, and even the region of Florida in general. So if that's the videos that you want and need, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so that you're notified every time we do a new video. We have people reaching out to us every single week, and my team and myself, well, we are honored beyond belief. So if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida, or Florida in general, well then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. So let's recap the year of 2022. And anybody out there who has been in the real estate market, whether they're in mortgages or realtor or any of the numerous positions in this crazy industry, can attest that the first quarter of 2022 was still the gold rush, which was not fun for anybody. Yes, there are people that did very well, but it was also a very trying time for clients and for people that maybe did not have $50,000 above asking to offer out of pocket with no appraisal contingencies and whatnot. So it wasn't a fun time at all. And then we started to experience the first bit of slowdown with inflation starting to creep up and the war. And then we had the gas prices. Now interest rates are starting to creep up. What came next? Let me think. Oh, yeah, gas prices hit an all-time high, and then bam, we got hit in Florida with one of the most devastating hurricanes ever to hit the United States. I think it was in the top 5, and it was a doozy to hit Florida, Hurricane Ian. Right before that happened, interest rates went up, and then 2 weeks ago or last week, interest rates hit the highest they've hit in a very long time, which, back in the 80s and 90s, heck, if they were 10%, that was normal, but not in the last 20 years or so. And then last week, 43 days after Hurricane Ian, bam, we got hit with Hurricane Nicole. So yeah, it's been a fun time down here in Florida. So with that being said, I said to a couple clients that were like, I don't know about hurricanes. And this was right before Hurricane Ian. I said, well, the good news is that we haven't had a hurricane in a long time. And the not so good news is we haven't had a hurricane in a long time. So with that being said, there's probably a very small chance that we're going to get hit with any hurricanes anytime soon. So we're going to leave natural disasters there. Of course, Hurricane Nicole was only a Category 1 only, but with some of the devastation from Hurricane Ian, there was a little ripple effect, which I'm not going to go into all that and freak everybody out. If you go on YouTube or if you go on the news, you already know, because the news loves devastation and loves to scare you to death. So let's start with some of the good stuff. In this let's say the last 2 quarters of the year, prices have started to go at least level and maybe go down a little bit. Houses have sat on the market. It's an average of about 30 days here in Orlando. Homes stay on the market, and Florida in general. Now, if a home is priced ridiculously, a homeowner's delusional and not listening to the realtor, that home will sit on the market for some time. So I love that. I love that the vibe is completely different. You can call a listing agent, no disrespect listing agents. They answer the phone, they're willing to talk, they're willing to actually take an offer under asking. What? They are actually willing to negotiate. What? Like seller concessions and things of that nature. So that is a whole different deal than go, go, go. There's 50 offers already and you better put in your offer by midnight or else you're out. So that's the good news. The urgency has slowed down. People are taking their time. They don't feel like if they don't buy, they're going to be homeless. And they can make decisions not based on emotion, but based on what's best for their family. So that's why one of the biggest reasons why I feel it is a great time to buy in Florida, Orlando, or Florida in general. Another great reason why it's a good time to purchase in Florida or Orlando, Central Florida, what have you, is now we're seeing, due to Mother Nature, there are some rehabs and some, from heavily damaged properties. There are some people, I saw some properties on the MLS that like the whole pool screened in enclosure is like gone. And the house is just, I don't know if they had renters in there. It probably was renters. And the house was a mess. And it was like $238,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Ain't no way they're getting $238,000 for that house. So my point being is that there's new opportunities for distressed homes and opportunities to purchase homes that need to be rehabbed, need some love, need some care. And there are some people that are like, we are out. So that is another reason why it is a great time to purchase here in the Sunshine State. Another reason why it's a great time to buy in Florida is the interest rates are at all-time high. So many people aren't buying. Now, okay, so let's say your interest rate is 7%. So yeah, that isn't the best interest rate. It's still 93% equity. So I would much rather pay 93% equity than pay somebody else's mortgage off. That's just me. Also, there's gonna be a time where you can refinance a home. Now, Rocket Mortgage right now is doing, Rocket Mortgage is probably not gonna be the company that what I would call first, but what they're doing is something very cool. Is now they're offering, if you finance with them, if you get a loan with them, they will refinance you in the future, and I need to get the exact specifics, at no additional cost when interest rates go back down. So that is super cool because that's part of the thing is when you refinance, then you have to pay again and whatever. So yeah, you might want to check that out. So it's a great time because some people are not buying because of interest rates. And it's the same thing that happened in 2020. People are like, oh, I'm not gonna buy because the prices are kind of high. I'm gonna wait until the market tanks and it crashes. Again, I am not anyone but just June Cranick here living in Orlando, Florida, living and breathing. I don't believe there's going to be a market crash. Everyone keeps waiting for it, but the mortgage industry, the lending industry, with all the regulations, have written very, very good loans, very secure loans. So we are not going to see what we saw in 2008, 9, 10, thank God. So don't hold your breath. I don't think that it's going to crash. Will it correct? Yes, thank God as well. It needed to correct. It's another great time for investors. Like I said, rehab and there's a lot of opportunities for distressed homes, and we are still waiting for some foreclosures, but even that we haven't seen a whole lot of. So another reason why it's a great time to buy in Florida, or specifically somewhat here in Orlando, Florida, but maybe more on the coast, is because there are some people that are packing up and out of here. They're just like, I'm not doing it. I'm a diehard Florida person. When I was 5 years old, I saw my swing set go from one side of the house to the other. You know, it's just part of living here in Florida. Just like anything else, like when you see blizzards, like I've never been in a blizzard, so that would probably be something that would freak me out. So I guess it's all what you're used to and accustomed to. You know, would I buy beachfront property? I wouldn't, but you know, maybe for investment, because it's still a great investment for short-term rental. But I don't love the beach. I'm beached out. Been there, done that. Many people love the beach. I'm not a beach goer any longer. Another reason why that there's a great time to purchase here in Florida. Once again, I think Hurricane Ian kind of was the crescendo. We have not had a biggie like that. The last time we had a really big hurricane like that was Hurricane Charlie. And I believe that was 2003. That was a long time ago, almost 20 years, 19 years. Hurricane Ian was a doozy. We're gonna give it that. And it's done its you know, destruction, made its way through Florida and devastated, and never to make light about that. But I don't think that we're gonna have too many like that coming up. We usually get a long stretch of peace and quiet after hurricanes like that, especially when we get two. Another great reason why Florida, just to point out, not why it's a good reason now, but a good reason in general, is no state income tax, which is huge, and also we have lower property taxes. That might change, and well, insurance is yet to be seen, but I paid more insurance up in DC for my home than I do down here. So anyway, the deal is this, and investors always know this. Investors buy in whatever climate is there, because the seasons change, they come, they go. But right now, and it's Q4 of 2022, so it usually slows down in November and December. Another reason why it's a great time to buy is that people always get a little melancholy around the holidays, and they want to buy a bunch of presents for the kids or whomever, and they don't buy a home. So there's another great reason. There'll be inventory that other people are not purchasing. So many reasons. The glass is half full. So today we were talking about the many reasons why it's a great time to buy in Orlando, Florida, Central Florida, but the Florida, you know, region in general. But if that's really not what you're looking for, you gotta let us know. You gotta reach out and let us know exactly what it is you're looking for, so that we can get those videos out to you right away. So remember, if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida or the Florida region in general, well, then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida, and we will see you on the next video. Bye for now.